Imagine the situation. The forecast deteriorating, wind and wave conditions are going to be above 50 knots and 4 to 5 meters seas and above. You're well offshore. What are your options? How do you prepare? Maybe storm sails, maybe a drogue or trail a long warp. What's on board, and do we know how to deploy it? This is what we found out on our Oyster 47. These bags have been on the boat for a while. We haven't had them out. They form a system when we have really heavy weather of deploying a sea drogue, a sea brake anchor, and we've never had them assembled, so we thought now might be a good chance to put them together. What do you think, Mary?
Well, yeah, I suppose we need to know, definitely. But
okay, we'll go and scratch our heads and see what this lot looks like together. There are 2 bags of rope, which I think are the bridle and the warps. Then there's swivels and shackles, and then of course the drogue, the sea brake itself. Then various bits of chain and things. We'll see how it all might join up. Then take a picture, then at least we'll know what we're putting together in the future. In storm conditions, the drogue is designed to prevent the boat accelerating down a wave face and ploughing into the trough, and then being rolled by a breaking wave. It can be deployed over the bow or stern, which keeps the boat either bow into or stern into the prevailing waves. It's deployed and goes under the water out to about 2 wavelengths. The chain helps to keep the drogue under the water and prevents it skipping across the top. The drogue provides the drag force, and ours is designed to spill water through vents to reduce the shock loads. It can spin in the water, so a swivel has to be fitted to stop the spinning, which would cause unravelling or twisting of the warps. Model number made in Australia, so it's Australian. I think it's, yeah. Looking down on the boat's stern, we have 2 main mooring cleats which have been reinforced under deck with backing plates to strengthen them. The bridle joins amidship and attaches with a large shackle and swivel to the main warps. It will need seizing before deploying, suggesting using large tie wraps to do the job. The warps extend then to the drogue and attach again with a swivel and a shackle. At the back of the drogue, a lighter line is attached which will connect to a small recovery buoy or a fender. So we've got how much line?
70 metres according to that.
And so we have the drogue. We think the swivel goes there, and then there's 2 choices. We've got 2 pieces of chain. This one's slightly heavier. There's a big shackle and a swivel that end. And we've got 2 of these 70-metre lines in here. And then we have this bridle, which I think goes across the stern or bow of the boat, 70 metres each length. That shackle must be to join the 2 lengths together. You could then have 140 metres of warp. That's a long way. And the bridle comes back through the 2 fair leads and to the mooring cleats, where we have our mooring lines at the moment cleated on. Yeah, so the little...
Either shackle to shackle, or I just keep doing it. Put one end of the shackle in there and just keep looping it round in there, so it's unfettered.
So that you pull one end out, pull one end out and it deploys. So maybe we have it set up so that you could, and we put a little tag on the end of it to say this is the second line or something. Okay. So what's your conclusions on that? Do you think we'll put it together okay? We're going to find...
I'm asking our
friends
at Nairn if any of them have put one together. See if we've got it right.
Okay, that's what we're looking at. So from this end we've got a floaty buoy for recovery. We've got a line to attach to the sea brake, a swivel, got 2 lengths of chain just in case we need more weight on it, and then 2 lengths of 70-metre braided line, which should have some give in it, and then at the end of it the bridle. And the bridle will attach through the aft or bow of the boat to the main cleats. And if we have to lengthen those to come back to the main winches for steering, we'll do that as well. So we're going to mark the ends of these so that we'll know what's got to join to what. 140 metres, which is 460 feet, and 12 metres of chain. And this will enable us to recover the back end of the system without us getting tangled in the warps and chain. We hope we never have to deploy this.
Does that stay just under the surface?
It's supposed to, yeah, but the videos show it breaking the surface, so I think that's what the chain's
So
for.
the retrieval line gets put on what?
Well, the retrieval line gets put on this back end here, on that loop. You tie it on there, so that when you come back to pick it up, obviously the chain sinks the drogue, and this could have water in it as well. It's quite hard to pull up. So that's the plan. So when the storm system has passed and you're ready to recover the drogue, you can take the pressure off it by motoring in a wide circle, avoiding the warps, back to the recovery buoy. The drogue will be under the water, held there by the chain. Lift the buoy, chain and warp up onto the deck, clear away before hoisting your sails and sailing off, hopefully into calmer waters. So the final result is pictures of what we have to set up so that we can use these to set up the system, if we ever needed to deploy it.
Hi, hope you enjoyed this video. What did we learn from our exercise? Any points?
Yeah, a few points. Check what's found on board and how to deploy it.
What's lurking?
Decide early to use and prepare on deck. Best use well offshore. It's complex to deploy and recover, so make sure you know what you're doing. There are very high loads involved. Got a heavy boat, big seas, so make sure the points you're securing to are strong enough. If you're using deck cleats, I'd suggest you have backing plates underneath there as a minimum. Do a dry setup on a pontoon if you can, if not on deck, and then take some photos, write up some instructions to your future self, and make sure you know where to find those.
Hopefully we never have to deploy this, but at least we've learnt how to put it together and deploy it.
So worth checking what's in the bottom of your deepest lockers. So until the next time, fair winds, following seas.
Bye.
Bye.